guys, Brad M73 here. Today is Monday, October 16th, 2017. Gold Rush actually got released a few days ago on Friday the 13th. But I wanted to make a video on how I basically make money and get into the meat of the game as quickly as possible. So if you're having trouble, just panning for gold, if you haven't been following the journal on how to set up your very first mine, then hopefully this will help you out. You might want to have a pen and paper handy just to make some notes, specifically on the things that we're going to want to shop for at the mining store. But other than that, it's going to be pretty straightforward, and I'll show you exactly what to do. So the first thing we're going to do from the starting point is we're going to head into town. We're going to go straight to the bank. And what I want to do here is essentially get a loan. Well, not essentially. I mean, that's what we're doing, right? We're going to get a loan for, well, actually, the first thing, even before you do that, is make sure that you're on parcels, the old Arnold parcel, and click rent, and we'll, rent that. Now we go to loans, and we'll just max this out to $5,000 in 1 day. With this, you can actually adjust it up to 60 days, but you don't want to do 60 days because it's going to take forever to pay this loan off, and we'll have this loan paid off in about 24 hours. So we will go negative for... Did I just take out a $1,000 loan? Oh, phew. I was like, what? I think they still have to work on some issues with, different aspects of the game. I have noticed some bugs. Hopefully, actually, they released a patch earlier today, and one of the major bugs I was having was with the wavetable and the Magnetite Separator. It just seemed like they would break down or quit working, and but there's no way to fix them in the game. So, at least not yet. They're supposed to be adding, repairs and things like that later. The first thing I want to do is actually run up here and I want to buy the small trailer. So write that down. One small trailer for $1,900. Next, we have to go over and pay for it. And now, let's see, find all our stuff. Yes, outside. And I'm just going to click that away so it doesn't show that again. And right over here is our small trailer. So we're going to want to get into the pickup truck and hook that up just so we can get all of our, let's see, hide controls. There we go. Switch to camera view. Oh, I'm not even lined up with it, am I? Yeah, we want to hook it up first so that we can get everything we need onto the trailer and in the truck. And as soon as there's a little outline, there we go. See the hitch on the back of the truck's got a little yellow outline. That means we can hook it up. Now all we have to do is come over here to the front of the trailer, and we get the little latch there and just use that, bam, hooking it straight up. Parking brake off, and we are back around. Back around. Stop. Now, I'm just going to leave the engine running. The first thing I want to do is get most of the large equipment out of the way. So we're going to come in, we're going to buy the Hog Pan. So there's two Hog Pans, the Hog Pan Pump and the Hog Pan No Pump. So we do want the one with the pump, so we'll say quantity 1. Now we're going to get a sluice box here and the sluice box extension. We also want a mobile generator. We want a small water pump. And we want a magnetite separator. So that's all the big stuff, the really big stuff. We're going to come back. We're going to get a work light as well. But I want to pay for this. And we'll come back and get everything else that we need. So, first thing we need to do is we need to get this stuff lined up in the small trailer, like so. This guy around to the other side and drop him down in there. Very good. Next we want to get the magnetite separator and plop him down into the trailer. And then we're going to get this guy. And I want to make sure that he is basically down and as far to the right as possible so that we can get some jerry cans fitted down in there. Next, we need to get our sluice boxes, and it's kind of hard to see, but basically I just walk up to the side of the truck and kind of jump up and drop it off so that it's, you know, in the back of the truck long ways. And we're going to do that again. I try to find the wheel there. That's about the midpoint. And, okay, there it goes. Perfect. And I don't think there's anything left. Nope. The next thing we are going to need is we're going to need a water filter. We're going to need 4 hog pan mats, so buy 4 of those. We got that, everything over here. We're going to need 1 of these fat water hoses, 2 thin water hoses, and we're also going to need a power cable. And I think that's all I'm going to need from this side. I'm also going to buy 1 work light, which I can't buy because the parking or the drop-off area is full. So we're going to go out and grab all this stuff. The first thing I actually want to do is grab the filter and just go ahead and attach it onto this first red cable, because this is what we're going to be throwing in the water and using with the water pump to pump water in for the sluice boxes. And you're always going to need one of those, so you know, just be sure to have them around. So we're going to get our 4 mats. We're just going to kind of plop them down into the back of the truck. I'm really hoping I don't forget anything here. We still have to get buckets and the work light. We'll need 3 buckets. Come on, why can't I jump up there? There we go. Sometimes you do get kind of stuck in the back of the truck here. Okay. Jump, jump, jump. There we go. So I'm going to need 3 buckets, 2 jerry cans. Almost forgot those. Shouldn't need anything else there. Can't get anything here. Don't need anything over here. We don't need a panning system or a gold pan. Those are available at our camp. And we do need 1 work light, however. And I do believe... Oh, not quite. We need 3 buckets. Oh wait, I already had the buckets on there. Buckets, jerry can, and a work light. Okay. I buy something extra? Alright, jerry cans first. Those will basically just fit right. One will be right there. And the other one can be like right here. There we go. Get our buckets. And I think I'll kind of do just like one more check. You don't need to buy any shovels or anything like that. You automatically have one of those from the beginning. But, okay, so we've got our sluice, our 2 sluices there, the sluice box with the pump. We have the 4 sluice mats. There's 1 there, 2, 3, and where's the 4th one? Sometimes they, there it is right there. We have 2 of the garden hoses. We have an electric wire, the red pump with the filter, a work light, magnetite. Yeah, pretty sure we have everything we need. Okay, so next, we're going to drive on over to the gas station. We're going to fill up our truck. We're going to fill up the generator and the water pump as well as our 2 jerry cans. So we're just going to make a right out of the store there, and we're going to head all the way down here out of town. And actually, like, everything's really nailed down pretty good in all of the trailers and stuff, which is good. You may have problems with things, you know, different items sloshing out. You know, unfortunately, that's kind of normal, but oh my gosh. And then you've got me forgetting how to put on my parking brake here. All right, so we got to open up the door there and push the right arrow to fill up, and then click refuel. All right, that was good. Do the same with the 2 jerry cans. Okay. Drop that, and we are going to use the fuel cap there. Whoop, and I don't know how to close those. Not sure what that's all about. Okay, fill up the water pump, and we are good. We are good to go. Close our fuel door there. Nothing else requires fuel. All right, off to the claim then. And whoops. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to time lapse this part so that we're not wasting too much time. So we'll see you back in just a moment. Okay, so we are here at our first, well, at our rented claim. We haven't bought it yet, but you know, we'll definitely have enough money to buy it by the end of this this episode. So parking brake on, engine off, and we can just leave the diff on. But the differential lock, differential lock does kind of help with, you know, traveling over dirty terrain, or you know, dirt, gravel, etc. Okay, so there's the fuel pump, and the water pump. I mean, fuel for our bodies. So we're gonna take the sluice boxes up here. Uh-oh, where did the bucket eject off to? Oh, there we are. There's a bucket there. Ah, okay. We're good. All right, so we can get our box mats here. We can put those into place. Won't need that just yet. And we are still in daylight, which is good. I'm actually making a really good time this episode. Usually I have to make like 2 or 3 trips because I always forget, like, you know, one of the mats or a hose or electrical cable or something, invariably. But this time I'm actually doing pretty good. And I didn't even follow a list. I used my brain. I know, imagine that, right? All right. That is hooked up, or, well, not hooked up, but it's assembled. All right, so now we're going to get our water hose here, the big hose, and you want to notice that there's 2 big valves on it. One is in, one is out, or they're not a valve, but a connector. And so we're going to just walk over here, and we're going to put it down here in the river and hit your E button. On PC, this is the PC version, but you'll hit the E button to drop it. If you're on console, I have no idea what the button is. Sorry. PC Master Race. And so we're going to bring this guy over here, and we're just going to kind of plop it down next to the water because, you know, electricity and water just do so well together. We will also need a hose. So right here, we'll plug in the first end of the hose. And right here, we'll get the opposite end. And as soon as we start this bad boy up, it'll start pumping water through our sluice box. Our sluice box? The Dr. Seuss box? No, I don't know, you guys. We'll also bring the Magnetite Separator out here. We're going to get the electrical cable. We're just going to hook that side up for right now, and we're going to bring our light out because we'll need it in a few hours' time. We'll also need our buckets underneath the magnetite generator. And we'll also need a third bucket to rinse the mats in. Now, one of the changes that I've been told, and we'll actually test this out, is that rinsing mats multiple times now results in more gold found. And I wasn't aware that that was possible before, but apparently it is now. So I'm just going to leave this hose. Actually, I guess I can just connect it up. It's not going to make that much of a difference. We'll just have water spraying down in here. And last but not least is our light. So we want to kind of position the light, I think, in this direction. No, not in that direction, in this direction. And it's a lot easier to turn on the generator and, come on now, and point your light at night. But since it's not really that dark yet, it's only like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, in game, not in the real world, we won't need to do that yet. So, only one more thing to do is to come in the tent here, grab our panning, our gold pan and this big tub here, and hopefully. There we go. I just want to make sure we can get our gold pan. And we're going to walk outside. And we're just going to take this over to the other side as well. It's not really like super necessary to do, but might as well get it out of the way. I'll get the pan out there. We're going to fill this guy up with water. I'm going to fill this guy up with water. And we're going to set it down. Now, once these, basically now all we have to do is start, basically turn on our water pump and start digging dirt. Now, we have the symbols here for our sluice box. So this means that it needs dirt, or how much dirt the hopper has. Then we have the 4 mats, and then that it's being supplied with water. So let's go turn this on. And so you want to grab the pull chain here and just hit E to use that. And alas, here comes the water. And you'll notice that it has water, and actually so does our magnetite separator. But previously, I have been basically just rinsing the mat in a bucket one time, because if you were to rinse a mat and put it back on, it'll immediately go to 0%. But I've heard some people say that nope, it'll actually give you more gold. But I don't know if that is a result of the patch today, because I did test it previously and it definitely did not result in more gold. So now comes the long and boring part, and I am definitely not going to bore you with all of this, because we're going to probably be here for at least 15 minutes just digging. So before I fast forward all this and kind of time lapse it, I will talk about my overall game experience so far. Now, as I said before, I did get the game on the 13th. I was sent a key by the publisher Playway. So, you know, I thought that I was going to get one beforehand, but for whatever reason, they did not send me the key early on. But, you know, I've been looking forward to this game for quite a while. And I did have the demo back in, oh gosh, how long has it been? July or August? Something like that, or maybe it was even early September. But yeah, it's been a while, and you know, I've just spent a lot of time moving into my new home. So, you know, there's kind of a time dilation effect in there, I think, that you know, makes when I got those demos confusing. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent. I've really been looking forward to this game. I think this game is definitely going to be awesome, especially once they get all the bugs worked out, and hopefully, you know, they'll continue to support and make the game better, you know, over the course of the coming months as well, by adding more features and things like that. So a lot of people are like, I don't know, you know, if I should buy this game. I am not exactly sure what the retail cost is going to be. I would imagine it's probably around 30 or 40 bucks on console, and probably like 20 or 30 bucks on PC. But you know, check on Steam, just search for Gold Rush the game, or your PS4 or Xbox One. I believe it is going to be available for those platforms as well. So yeah, I definitely recommend it, especially if you're into the Gold Rush series, the TV series, which is, you know, a blast to watch. And I think you'll like it. There is a bit of a learning curve as far as like setting up all of your equipment and learning how everything works. And apparently, there's even going to be more of a learning curve once they add in, you know, machine breakdowns and things like that. So, you know, you'll be like, hey, why aren't we producing gold? And then the next thing you know, you're like, oh yeah, something's broken and you have to go and fix it. So I think that'll definitely add another, you know, dimension to the game that I think it actually kind of needs right now. But a lot of people are still just getting used to the game and trying to figure out how to play it. So, well, I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward through all of this digging, and I'll come back when I'm done, and we will, you know, I will teach you what you need to do in order to make the most money. So, without further ado, enjoy the time lapse, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. We're at 97%, and we're almost done maxing out the gold making potential of these mats. It is laborious work. It's pretty boring doing this, so this is why I'm doing this video, so that you only have to do it once, and that'll, you know, and you'll be able to make money to never have to do this again. However, you can still hire workers to put on the sluice boxes to, you know, help supplement your income. We should need like one more bucket. Oh, there's 100%. We'll just put it in there for good measure. All right, so the next thing, all I really need to do here is just disconnect the hose and jump out of my hole here. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to basically wash the mat in the water. Now, I'm pretty sure you only have to do this one time per mat, but somebody else told me today that no, you can do it 4 times and it gives you more gold. So I'm not really too sure. We have 0.035 right now, so let's empty that out, and we'll see what it actually gives us. So let me get my pen here. Whoop. 0.035. just so I don't forget. And uh-oh, we gotta go into the dark here. I hope that didn't mess me up. Okay, so there's the gold dumping out there. It's not really gold, but it's just separated dirt. And so that is finished there, so we'll turn that off. And let's go ahead and hook up our light again. And now you can see our money is now negative $4,167. That is because we didn't pay the loan back on time. So that's okay, though. We'll have more than enough money to do that. Okay, so we're going to pan for gold here, and we're going to kind of see what we get. Now, the magic number that we're looking for here is about 1 ounce. Once we hit an ounce, we should actually get a nice message saying that we've, well, you'll see. Especially if you haven't gotten this message before. That's probably good enough. So let's go into booger picking mode here. Whoa, look at... Oh, no, that's not as big as I thought it was going to be. There, that was a good nugget. I think I see another one in there. Yep. Oh, come on. There we go. It can be kind of tricky getting the... Alright. Getting those nuggets. Okay. So we're going to repeat this process again. Looks like we only have one there. This is a pretty big one. Oh, no, I see another one over here. Oh, I think I see two more. Let's see if I can... Oh, I just lost one. Yep, I flinged it out. And there's no way to recover it either. Now, if it was the real world, you'd just reach down in there and grab it. But this ain't the real world. Looks like we have quite a few. It's so hard to do this at night. It's much more difficult to pan for gold at night because you just don't have as much control with the lack of lighting. You just get these little tiny nuggets. Yeah, I don't see any more in there. Nope. Is that the last bucket? There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a single rinse on the remaining 3 mats in there. We're going to see how, see what we get. Oh no. There's a big old chunk there. One there, and I think there's one right there. Oh. And no more. Okay, so now let's go ahead and just rinse this bucket. So that took us up to 0.390. And I'm just going to do like a single rinse the rest of these. I don't necessarily think that rinsing them 4 times is really that big of a deal. And if you're wanting to, if you want to give it a try for yourself, let me know in the comments what your success or failure rate has been. But the main part of this is basically just getting you to the point where you've got enough money to trigger the in-game event, which you'll see here in just a moment. All right, so we're going to disconnect the light. We're going to hook it back up to the Magnetite separator, and we're going to switch that guy on. We're going to grab our, hopefully, gold here. And wait for it to separate. So it'll just count up to 100%. We can turn it back off. Or actually, I think it'll count up to 75%. Because we just have those 3 mats. So yeah, so that makes sense to me. That basically if we had done all 4 mats, it would have gotten to 100%. So we can even try just for fun. Oh, wait a second. Let's. Nope. Let's get some more water here. And I don't think anything's going to happen here, but let's just check. Use. And we're going to see if this goes up any higher. Oh, look at that. It did go higher. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Uh-oh. I'm stuck. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to hook the light back up. And I see some. Well, actually, I see a bunch in there, I think. Yep, just one there. One there. Come on, bring them to me. Now, I know those are gold. Why isn't it letting me pick those up? Maybe I have to clean it off a little bit. Whoa, look at all the nuggets in there now. They're like all over here on the side for me. But this is what we want to be seeing. So I don't know. Maybe there is some credence to, rinsing out the tarps 4 times per bucket now. All right, so we're almost there anyway. Almost where we need to be. I basically want to get up to about 1 ounce. And we're 72% there already. So 76%, 81%. %. So we're almost there, guys. Ooh, I see some big ones there. I can't really get at them. Okay. Now I know that's a big one right there. Whoa, what's going on here? Maybe they're not clean enough or something. I don't know. Oh my God. There we go. Never seen anything like it. That's the biggest gold nugget I've ever seen in 40 years of my mining experience. And so anyway, Arnold gives you a note of congratulations. And voila, we have 40 ounces of the yellow stuff. Actually, the gold stuff, you know what I mean. You knew what I mean. You knew what I meaned. So, we can get, we can continue on and pick out the rest of the, oh my gosh, I keep hitting the E button instead of the left mouse button. And obviously we know there's a lot more gold in here to go through. I think that's probably all that's in this dish though. So we have, essentially we have 40 ounces. Now what we can do is we can run and we can take our trailer off because we won't need the trailer. And we're going to drive to the blacksmith, which is right next to where we started, right up here. And we start pretty much like right in front of the blacksmith shop. So let's jump in here, and I'm going to time-lapse this really quick, and I will see you at the blacksmith shop. Okay, so we're pulling into town here, and we're just going to make a right onto this main road. And right here's the sign on the left, entering, I don't know, whatever Alaskan town this is supposed to be. And right here on the right is the goldsmith. And, we're just going to go bang on his door, wake him up at 5:44 in the morning. I always forget to put my parking brake on. And we're going to come over here. Now, we can sell him, either sell him the raw, or you really only need to do that if you're negative money. And let's see here, craft. I think I can just, since we have the 40 ounces, we can just go ahead and smelt all the gold into one big bar right here. And we're going to go even more into debt because he will, it's basically like, I owe you, but you can see our money is negative. And since, we don't really have anywhere else to put our gold bar, we're just going to put this $40,000, $50,000 gold bar in the back here. So now all we have to do is drive back to the bank, which oddly enough in Canada, banks are open 24 hours. I've never known a bank to be open at 6 in the morning, but what do I know, right? And we're going to drive down here and we're going to see how much we get. Now, remember, we currently have minus 5,000 or sorry, $4,569. So we are, you know, pretty heavily in debt, but that's no big deal. Actually, I think we don't even have to touch that. We can just come right up here. We can go to sell gold bars, and there's our 40.22 ounce. We'll click sell. Now, weirdly, the money doesn't update right away, so we do have to hit escape, or well, cancel. And now you can see we have $44,667. So it was worth a little bit less than $50,000. But the cool thing is now that we have that much money, we can go back into loans. Our loan is paid off. And look at that. We can get a $206,000 loan. That's going to put us, you know, up there at about $250,000. So if you want to buy more mining equipment, it's not going to be a big issue at all at this point. Or, you know, you can go over to the machine park, and you should have enough money to buy the mobile wash plant and the small excavator, and then, you know, the additional pumps and things you'll need in order to run that. But that's basically, I think, the best way to make a bunch of money right off the start in the game, and this will put you in the game pretty comfortably, and then you can kind of go at your own pace with more equipment. So if you found this video helpful, please leave a like, leave a comment on your experiences, how you like to make money, especially in a non-cheaty way. So if you've got a legitimate way to make money in the game, please leave a comment, and please subscribe for this and many more videos. Thanks again for watching me play Gold Rush, the game. If you want more information, there's a link down in the video description you can click on to give you more info on the PC version, and if you've got the console versions, just check out, you know, your PS4 or Xbox One store for more information on this game there. Well, guys, I'm going to say goodbye for now. I am Bradham73. Bye for now.